Hello, and I hope you're all having a happy summer. So this is a video to show how to make your very own personalized 3D paper self-portrait. So here I have a couple of examples for you, and I have some more over here. So what I would like you to do, first things first, is to take a look at some of the things that I have going on there. So I have different colored paper. I have for the shirts, for the skin tone, for the hair. I have different size and shapes of paper. So you can do one big piece for hair like that. You could do multiple pieces for hair like that. Here's another version of cut up hair strips. So that one, try to make it a little wavy, a little spiky. So think about how you would want to make your hair, and you can totally do that. Other things I did for, like on this character, she has a flower, she has earrings. So this one has a little design on his shirt. So this one, she has bows. She has a bow as well. She's looking at her bow because I originally wanted to make a little bug that would be on her hair, and I changed it. So think about the different colored paper you want to use, different types of hairstyles, different smiles. You see how they all have different smiles. They have different eyes going on. So there's a lot of things for you to consider. At any point as we're working on this, you can pause the video and take your time on things. So here are the tools that you're going to need. So materials will be a pair of scissors, tape. I use masking tape, but you could use any household tape, Scotch tape. So I like to use Sharpies for any small little detail work. You're going to need Elmer's glue. I have a mechanical pencil, but you can use a regular pencil if that's what you have. So I also like to have a ruler. If you need to draw a straight line, nothing like a ruler to do that. And a paper clip. So I also like to have a lot of different colors of paper to choose from. So with those different pieces of paper, I also like to have scrap paper. I like to have scrap paper because, let me get this going here. With the scrap paper, I'm able to create a whole bunch of different designs of eyes, mouths, hair, and any other details that you want to put on. I was thinking on one of them, like, well, what if I made a baseball cap? And what if I drew a baseball? So I think it would be better if I took something that was round, and I used that and traced that. And then I would get a much better looking baseball. So sometimes it's important to look for things around the house that can be used. When I'm doing my sketches, right now I'm doing them with a Sharpie for you to be able to see better. Normally I recommend use your pencil to do sketches. So when you figure out what types of eyes you want, our eyes can look like that. They can be different emoji shapes. So you can do a whole wide spectrum of different things. Sometimes it's good to take a look at different emojis and things that are online to give you ideas. So for the lips, the mouth can be open, smiling. The mouth can have lips. So you could do a lot of different things. Hair can be in different small strips that you put on, or hair can be one big piece that you attach. So you have to decide what it is you want to do in terms of the shapes. And then you also have to decide what colors you want. So for me, because I like Muppets, I decided I'm going to make this face a different color. I decided to go with green. So what I did is I just took a piece of paper and I cut it in half. And from that half piece, I'm able to create the face. So about an inch and a half, you're going to fold in. So this is where my paper clip came in handy. So if I take this and I take my paper clip and I'm going to use the curved edge, and if I press down on that, you get a nice, easy way to make a straight bend. It looks really good. So then if I do it on the other side as well, I'm going to end up with something like this. So again, it was just half the piece of paper, about an inch, and I used my paper clip to help make that crease and create a nice sharp bend. So once I have that figured out, the next thing I want to do is take a look at all the different types of ideas I can have for my face. So here I have blue hair that are strips. I have separate strips that are black that can be attached on. Here's components for eyes. So this is going to be the nose. So this shape I'll show how to do in a second. So here are the different lips, different pieces of hair that are available. So this is the hair that's used here. So I have different bows. You can, there's my little bug. You can make a butterfly. You can make whatever bugs you want. There's other types of hair. So again, if you need to see, there's a whole bunch of different ways of doing different hair, different smiles, different faces, different shirts, everything. There we go. Okay, so let me put this down and we'll get started with cutting something out. So if I have a piece of, I like to use a lot of different scrap paper. So scrap that's just waiting, floating around, things like that. So you can use that. I try not to waste, but if my face is going to be green, then I'm going to need a green nose. So this is going to be my strip, but if we measure it, it's about an inch. So if I take 1 inch, I'm going to use my pencil, and then now this is scrap. This is my face. So if I go, well, let's go, maybe, it's up to you. If you want to do 1/2 inch or 3/4, 1 inch. So I'm going to make mine maybe just about 3/4. Again, line that up with my ruler, draw my line, take my scissors, and I'm going to cut it out. Okay, so now I have my nose. I'm going to use this one. And that's going to put to the side. The other piece that I need is going to be the neck. So for the neck, I'm just going to cut out a rectangular piece like that. So my background, I decided, is going to be orange. I don't know why. I just like to use that one. So that's going to go there. So it'll look like that. And I cut out a little shirt that's black. I know it's summer, it's hot. You shouldn't be wearing dark colors, but I generally do. And that will go there. If you want, you can add a little bit of a decal. You can add different colors and things to add onto the shirt. So, designs or, whatever you want. So once you get everything cut out, once you figure it all out, like here's my mouth. I decided to go with a small little mouth. My eyes are here. And then I went with, I have a couple of the little pieces of black for the pupil. And then my hair, I wanted to go with these pieces. I like, it kind of looks silly. Like right now he looks kind of like a Muppet. Maybe a frog, because he has no, right now he doesn't have a nose. We'll fix that. So I haven't glued anything down yet, if you noticed. And that's because I want to position things around and see how it looks. I kind of like that. Maybe move this one over a little bit like that. So it's totally up to you. You have to decide for yourself. So the next step is for my nose. You can do a couple things with the nose. So like I can either just glue it like that and make a little circle, and I can place that down as my nose. Or if I wanted, I can take it and I can sort of bend it in the middle, and I can glue that down, and that can be my nose. So it's up to you. I think I'm going to go with something like that. So let me get my glue. And when we use glue, we're just going to use a little bit. So I'm going to take a tiny bit, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot at all. And I'm going to bend that down. And there's my nose. Now I'm going to take a tiny bit here. And I'm going to glue it down. Try to get it somewhere in the center. And the other pieces as well, I can now glue down. There's not a lot on there, not a lot came out, so that's good. So I'm going to glue down the neck, the body and shoulders. Okay, and this should go somewhere in the middle. And this goes there. Right now that looks like a really big neck, but that's okay. We're going to cover most of it up Oh no, there goes his eyes. I poked his eye out. So if I put a little bit of glue on there for the eye. If you want to make eyebrows, you could do that. If you want to make little bits of red for cheeks, you could do that, or freckles. So that's not bad so far. Okay, so now I want to put the hair down. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue along the edge here. And I'm going to position these. I think the ones that are flat I'm going to put down first, because I don't want the flat parts showing. Oh, you know what? I want to cut this one so that way it's more of a curve. I like the curve. Put that there. So this one, and this one. Oh, I really like the big one, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that part. Remember, not a lot of glue, just a little bit. So this guy, I kind of like the idea of it hanging down a bit, but I don't know if I want to cover his eyes. So how about if I just go with something like that? Yeah, I think that works. That'll work. So now, the last step is I'm going to just put a little bit of glue on the edge. And you want to place it down. Whoop, it slid a little bit, but it's kind of stuck. So there we go. Is that good? Oh, that's drying quick. Place that down there. Then I'm going to put a little bit here. And I'm going to bend it just a tiny bit. And then press down. So now it's 3D. So now if you want to put in any details, like with a marker, Sharpie, whatever, you can do that. If I wanted ears, I can just take, well, this is my template, but I can take this and I can cut it out on here, and I can make them ears. Let's do that. You know what? Let's trace that. And then if I cut that out, so he's looking less and less like a frog. He's looking more and more like a boy. All right. And then I can glue that down. And then I would put another one. So if you're a girl, you can add, well, you can add all sorts of necklace, you can add jewelry, you can add earrings, you can add things in the hair, a baseball cap, you can add bows, ribbons. It's up to you. Like I was saying, eyebrows, there's a lot of possibility. If you wanted, like on the baseball cap, if you want to put a team logo, like I did with I created that baseball image, you can even add things in the background that are personalized to you, the things that you enjoy. So maybe I'm going to leave the ear off. I kind of like it without it. So again, there's a lot of possibility for what you can do. And it's up to your imagination and your creativity. Be creative with it.